Hey everyone, thanks for joining us here at Floify. I'll give everyone just another minute or two to join, so just sit tight and I'll get started here soon. Awesome, so I'm going to go ahead and get started now. Welcome to our Tips and Tricks webinar, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. My name is Brooke, and I'm the director of the support team here at Floify, and I will be walking you through all of our tips and tricks that have to do with milestone updates. During this presentation, if you have any questions at all, comments, feedback about milestones, or any other functionality in the Floify platform, please use the live chat feature on your screen to reach us directly. My fellow team members are standing by to address any questions or comments you may have along the way. If you have a personal wish list or any recommendations for features you would like us to cover in upcoming tips and tricks webinars, please send your ideas to us through that live chat as well. So, good communication is the foundation to any successful business relationship or partnership. But communicating well to your borrowers and loan stakeholders shouldn't require a significant portion of your time. Time you could be spending on activities that generate revenue for your business. So Floify is chock full of communication solutions that are easily customized to provide all of the information that your borrowers, referring agents, and other loan stakeholders could want at the exact time they need it. Today, I'll be taking you through one of the most flexible and configurable communication solutions available to you, the milestone updates. So let's just do a quick overview of the topics we'll cover today. First, we'll be covering how to create a personalized set of milestones for your borrowers, realtors, or third parties. Along with this, we'll cover deleting, reordering, and renaming your milestones. So basically everything with editing your milestones. Next, we'll cover how to customize your milestones, so best practices for HTML, and how to add videos or images. Next, we'll go over how to trigger your milestones, so adding in your realtors and partners, and even adding in third parties that are not selected as a realtor partner in your account. Then, we'll touch on the milestone business rules, how to trigger webhooks when a milestone is checked off in the Floify portal. And last, we'll show one of our newest features that allows a milestone sync between Surefire by Top of Mind and Floify. So next, we'll go into editing your available milestones. Floify comes with a nice set of default milestones that are generally applicable to most people, but you do have the ability to customize the available milestones to follow your specific workflow. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. All right, so I am logged into my account. I can see my active loan pipeline here with all of my borrowers. And the milestones really come into play when I click on these red, yellow, or green buttons to get into my borrower's loan flow. So here at the top, I can see all of the available milestones that were set up on my account at the time the borrower's loan flow was created. And to make any changes at all to these milestones, I'm going to head into my account settings. So I'm going to click on the settings button up here at the top. Once I'm there, I'm going to go ahead and select that Milestones tab. And then I will select the option to manage my milestones. Here, I can see all of the milestones that are available for each of my borrowers' loan flows. And this is the default set that comes with every Floify account. However, you can create a customized set of up to 15 milestones that will apply to every borrower. One note here, if I make any changes to my available milestones, these changes will only apply to new loan flows. So all of my previous borrowers, as soon as they're put into the system, will have the same set of milestones throughout their entire process. To put this more into action, we will say, so if I decide that I no longer want this milestone called pre-qualification, I come in here, I use that trash can icon to delete it. I'll just go ahead and delete it here. And I'll refresh. I can go back into my previous borrower's loan flow and see that the pre-qual milestone is still an option. Let me quickly go in there. So I can see that that pre-qualification milestone is an option to check off. So this just allows your borrower to have a consistent process. So if they've logged in and they've seen that they're going through these specific milestones, they aren't left wondering what happened to that pre-qual step. On that same note, I do have the option to get rid of this milestone if I really want to delete it from every borrower. And I would just click onto that milestone and simply say remove milestone. This only removes it for the specific borrower, so if you need to remove it for all borrowers, you can just follow the same steps to remove it in each loan flow. And please do note that removing a milestone is permanent, so there is no way to get back to that milestone or get that milestone back. On that same note, if I do make any changes to the email template or the name of an existing milestone, those do apply for every loan flow. So I'm going to actually put that into action also. I'll go up here and let's say I want to change my loan funded to congratulations. Loan has been funded. I save that. Refresh, I can see that that's been changed. If I click back home, go into that same borrower's loan flow, that last milestone on their loan flow has been updated. That also applies for the email templates that are being sent out. Back here to my milestones. So if I come into that congratulations, your loan has been funded, and I preview that milestone, any changes to this email template will also be updated for every borrower. So going back here to my milestones, a couple of quick action icons over here to the right. That first icon there, the pencil and paper icon, is to edit the milestone. So that's really if you just want to edit the name of the milestone. That second icon, the eyeball icon, that's to preview the milestone email template that is being sent out to the borrower. So you can quickly take a glance there. You can email a copy to the manager on that account. And then that third icon, the envelope icon, is to actually edit the email template that is being sent out to the borrower. We'll go over more of that when we get into customizing the milestones. And then that fourth icon, that trash can icon, is simply to just delete that milestone. Quick note here also, you can easily drag and drop your milestones if you would like them in a specific order. And then the last thing I want to touch here is adding an additional milestone. So adding an additional milestone is quite simple. You simply just select that Add Milestone button. You select the name, so maybe I do want a Floify update. I'll save that, refresh, and then I can see that that Floify update milestone has been updated. All of the newly created milestones do come with the default email template. So if I preview that milestone, it's simply going to say, Hi borrower, this is the loan status for your property address. This is the milestone, and then we give just a quick loan progress table that shows the borrower the milestones that have been checked off along with the dates that they were completed. So next we're going to be going over how to customize your milestones. So this would be anything to do with the HTML, adding in videos, adding in images, pretty much anything you want to do with your milestones. So I'll go ahead and start sharing my screen one more time. Alright, so once again, I'm logged into my active loan pipeline. I'll head back up to my settings. Click on that milestones tab, manage my milestones. And then to edit your email template, you'll click on that envelope icon that we went over before. And so to edit the email template, Floify takes in HTML. So if you're not 100% familiar with HTML, not a problem. We do have an example milestone email template that you can just simply copy and paste into that body. The subject line can be really anything that you're wanting to. And then you'll notice here on this first line, you'll see this $sign, and then the Floify support team loves to call it the squiggly, along with a merge field and squiggly. And this will really help you customize your templates to be specific for your borrowers. So here I can see that we have hi, and then this merge field's name is called preferred name, so that will input the borrower's preferred name that they've specified on the loan application. So hi, borrower's preferred name, loan status. For the property address, we can see that there. We can see the milestone name, and then we also have the merge field for the personal note here input. But if you want any additional merge fields, you can simply scroll down and you can see the list of merge fields that is available to you. And it's honestly, it's as simple as, copy and pasting. So let's say I wanted that to actually be the borrower's first name instead of the preferred name. I could simply copy that merge field, scroll back up here, and paste that merge field into that. If you want to completely do your own HTML, you're more than free to, but please just note that the way to use those merge fields is with that $sign, the squiggly, the merge field, and then the end squiggly. And that will make sure that Floify knows to pull in that borrower's specific information. Another cool trick here that the support team actually loves to use is that because Floify does require HTML in the email templates for milestones, and we don't necessarily have an editor there, if I click on my email address in the upper right hand corner and then use my email signature editor, this is how I can actually basically just pull the HTML from what I'm creating in here. So let's say I want to add in an image, and I will just do flow. So here I have an image. Maybe I want that image to point to a YouTube video. I can simply link this image to, and let's see here, I do have YouTube pulled up here. If I click on share YouTube, I can simply copy that YouTube video's link. I just input that URL there. I can make this bigger, write some more information over here like hi, and I know I need to use my merge field. So borrower first name, this is your loan status update, please click the image below to watch a quick video about this update. So here I have my email template the way I want it set up. I know this is probably not the best image to let my borrower know that they need to watch a video, but I have a quick set of instructions up there. I can say thank you, exclamation. Let's say I want this in bold. And to do bold, I just did Command B on a Mac, but you can also use these editors up here. I want it bold, I want it italic, I want it underline, and then maybe I want it to be a different color. I can use the colors here at the top to change this color of the thank you. Maybe I want it bright red. And so now that I have my template completed, I can use this code viewed here, and that's actually going to give me the entire HTML coding for the email template that I just set up. So I can simply copy that. I can cancel out of my email signature editor so that my email signature remains the same as it was before. I'll click settings, milestones, manage milestones, and then I'm going to go ahead and edit that template. I'll simply just paste that in there, and then I will create a subject line. I'll just do a Floify update, save. Now I'm going to go ahead and preview that. So that is a simple way of gathering the HTML for your milestone templates just using Floify. The other options that you do have, and I know that we also do this on the support team, is simply just Googling HTML editor. There's some cool ones on here. You can just, browse through them. These ones are really cool. They're pretty much the same as the Floify email signature editor, but you would simply do the same thing. You can insert your media. So I would do this YouTube again. Click OK. That's going to give you the HTML. I can just simply select all the coding, copy that, and simply paste that into my milestone template, and it's all set. And so because email is so strict about adding in videos, we do specifically ask you to do what I just did. So it's really just taking a screenshot, and probably taking a screenshot of your YouTube player, and using that as the image that you want to hyperlink to your YouTube video. If you have any questions at all about this, please feel free to send over your videos to the support team at floify.com. So support@floify.com. And we are more than happy to help you get your milestones set up. Now we'll go ahead and start going over triggering notifications and how to add in third parties. Alright, so once again I'm logged into my active loan pipeline. I'm going to go ahead and click on the red, yellow, or green button to get into my borrower's loan flow. And then once again we can see all of those milestones up at the top. And so say my borrower has gone through the entire pre-approval process, so I want to check this milestone off. If I select that option, I then am brought to this page. So I need to make a couple of decisions here. Do I want to input the property address on this milestone? If you do know it, you can go ahead and add that. And this will come through if you have that merge field on your milestone template. So before we talked about how you would add in those merge fields. So if you want this available on every single email template, you just simply have to copy and paste that into every single email template. And then below that, we have the options on whether or not we want to send out email and text milestone updates to the borrowers and third parties. I will select yes, but you can also select a no, and we can see that option just simply go away. And then below that, I'm going to determine how I want my borrower or any realtors connected to this borrower's loan flow, how I want them to receive the emails and texts. So I can simply say I want the borrower to receive the email as the to, I want the realtor to be CC'd, and then I can say I want the borrower to receive the text and I want the realtor to receive the text, or maybe it's not too important for the realtor to receive that text, but just to kind of be CC'd on that update. The other option here that I have is to add in an additional third party. So maybe I have a third party who doesn't necessarily need their own Floify account, they just need to be updated on the status of the loan. So I can simply click on that add third party. It automatically comes pre-selected, so I can switch that as a BCC. Maybe I have a processor who needs to be updated. I can send out a text, and then I would simply input their full name. So processor, I can input the email address, mobile phone if I wanted her to get a text message, and then down here is the milestone checkoff date. So you can change the date that this milestone was checked off. So maybe you missed a couple of milestones and you're just catching up. You can come in here and say, they went through the pre-approval process last Wednesday. So I'm going to check this off on August 12th. The other option that we have here is to include the personal note in the borrower's email and text. So if I do want to include a personal note in the borrower's email and text, I do need to make sure that that merge field has been applied to my milestone templates. And additionally, this personal note does go by HTML. So I can simply just start typing. I can say, this is going to be in the middle of my milestone. I don't want to say, hey, borrower, or good morning, anything like that. I don't want any salutations, so I simply just want to say, maybe do a quick, I appreciate your business, because that's going to show up, wherever I put that merge field in my milestone. And then to send out the email and text notifications, I'm simply going to select the checkoff milestone. So that's going to check that milestone off. This gets updated real time in the borrower's portal as well. So I can come up here, see this big check mark on this box. And that's going to let that borrower know, if they're logged into their portal, that their pre-approval letter or their pre-approval milestone has been checked off on the 12th of August. Additionally, I can come in here and uncheck the milestone. So say maybe I needed to add in another third party, and I simply forgot to do that at first. I can uncheck the milestone, refresh, go back in there and say add in third party, check off 2. I'm just going to add this real quick. And then I can simply check that milestone off again. So that is simply how you would go about checking off the milestones. So next, I want to take you through the milestone business rules and how to set those up. All right, so once again, I'm going to head up to my settings. And this time I'm going to click on the Fields tab. And here I can see the business rules that I have available in my account. I'm going to go ahead and select Access Business Rules. And here I have 2 of them set up. I'm just going to go ahead and edit a previous one. And this does a little bit tie into a previous tips and tricks webinar where we went over all of the custom fields, layouts, business rules, etc. And so you can click the link below if you missed that, just to kind of get updated a little bit. But here is where you would go to input those business rules to call webhooks or provide actions based on what your milestone is being checked off. So here, I would simply input my business rule name, have a description if needed, and then I would simply select the conditions that I want to build this business rule on. So right here I do have the milestone equals, I can select any of the milestones that are available in my account. So Floify update, I'll go ahead and just select that. And then under here, under the actions, I do have the option to call a webhook, set the layout for borrowers, or set the layout for lenders. Those two were covered on our previous tips and tricks webinar, so I won't go over those. But the call webhook is pretty cool. I would just edit that value. And here, by using that call webhook action, any tech-savvy Floify users will have the tools available to create interactions between the Floify platform and other systems that you might be using. So a way that our engineers has tested this new business rule in action was actually by creating a webhook integration with Salesforce. So in their test, when maybe you say the application milestone is checked off in a Floify loan flow, a corresponding contact record is created in Salesforce. And so that's simply done by filling out all of this information. So you have the method here, you can have post, get, put. You would simply input the URL and then determine the parameters and headers that you wanted to set on these actions. And that is the milestone business rules. So last but not least, we definitely want to talk about the milestone sync with CRM, and that is currently provided by Surefire by Top of Mind. So let me go ahead and start sharing again. All right, so I do want to make this a little brief, but essentially I'm going to head up to my settings. Once again, click milestones, manage milestones, and right here you do have the option to enable the automatic milestone sync to Surefire. And as long as your account is connected to the Surefire CRM integration within the company dashboard, you will have this available. It does need to be set up for each specific account. So if you need any help on setting this up, please just reach out to support@floify.com and we can point you in the right direction. But as soon as it is set up, you will then have the option to link every single Floify milestone to a Surefire milestone. So say I want my pre-approval milestone linked, I would just simply come over here, edit that milestone with that pencil and paper icon. And then I can just simply select the milestone that I want it to be connected to from this drop-down list. I'll save, refresh, and then I can now see that that pre-approval milestone is connected to a Surefire milestone. And basically what that means is as soon as the Floify milestone is checked off within Floify, we push that over to Surefire so that they can update their system as well. And that is the Surefire milestone sync. If you have any questions at all about that, please just reach out to us and let us know. So that's it for today. I just want to thank you all for joining, and if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please send those over to support@floify.com, and we will see you next time.